have here a nice white envelope filled with goodness. I took all these images from several magazines, contemporary, vintage, mechanical, and also discovered that I had like some color pattern images hanging around. I don't know where these came from my workshop classes probably, but didn't take them. So what I love doing with something like this is just cutting it up so we just have the square and it becomes altogether unique for our collage. So I don't know exactly which magazines these came from, and there's probably more than one focal point in here, but that's what we like to do. The more focal points you have, the more fun you're going to have when you create your initial collage. So I just go ahead and sort through what I have. This is how I organize my ephemera anyway. I grab things that would definitely be a focal point, and I grab things that would be more pattern, something secondary. Of course, we always have our, well, not always, we just started really using text in our collages. This has a little bit of text and an interesting pattern design, and it was in the same magazine, just like this, repeated. I like catching images that repeat, and I can use them or pair them up with each other, see how they look together, something like this, like how this eye image connects, or the U, or the arrows maybe connecting, something like this after I cut that away. It's just a lot of fun. So I'll put those off to the side, maybe in the category of color, pattern, and again, not necessarily going to use every single piece. Here is a couch, but is it a couch? It doesn't have to be a couch. When we cut it out, it could be an element of design, a border, something absurd and wonderful. Here's a swimmer. I love using swimmers in work. I actually thought about using her in this image, maybe. Kind of tucking the legs and the arms in these cushion-like areas. And then just this bodysuit is fun. This could be a minimal collage where we only use, well, minimals for me, my definition is less than 5 pieces of ephemera and coming up with something that's really, really cool. Then you have a lovely little landscape, some music. So I'll put that in the text category. There's some more. I think I liked the text, but I also liked this tape measure. This was definitely from an old magazine. I want to say Better Homes and Gardens. Growing up in the 70s and 80s, there was always ads about weight loss and such. I don't know if I see those as much anymore, but that's what this was from. I liked this illustration, whether or not I use it. I'll probably use it more for color. See, now, this is why I like collecting all sorts of ephemera for one collage I may be working on, because this green kind of matches maybe something coming out of here, emerging along with our swimmer. I don't know. I'll start putting things together that I think might work as a collage and see what comes up from that. I saw these keyboards. I couldn't resist them. Also, again, from, ooh, look at this, and a pink kitchen on the other side. Pink, one of my favorite colors. Okay, so here we go. Bon Appetit from 1985, September of 1985. Boy, that was a mere 40 years ago. Oh, I was a freshman in high school. Don't tell anybody. But I'm proud of my age, so do the math, no big. Here's some more elements of design. Again, we can use this to bookend or balance our collage later. Just it doesn't have to mean anything. It's just fun. It's gold, and it can work. Maybe when I look at this older, this isn't terribly old. This is a more contemporary image. But this one I definitely got from an older magazine. And you may want to think about color here, because the patina of this page kind of goes with this gold. So I'm going to pair these all together too. It might work. It might not, but who knows. Here is that color, the larger image of these smaller images has the nines or the quotation marks, whatever they may be. There are a lot of possibilities here. It could work as a really interesting background, or just taking all parts of it. Always look on the back. You never know. You see something like this, I'm not going to use it because I really want to use this piece. Maybe, maybe not. But something like this, when you see it, especially in the contemporary magazines or the magazines about design, cut them out and keep them because they can become yours. You put it upside down and it looks something completely different and all yours or to the side. I can't afford this wonderful painting, but I sure can afford cutting it out and putting it into a collage and mixing it up a little bit because that's what we do here. The thing with copyright and collage, it's I don't want to say it's a wobbly surface because truth be known, when you alter it, it becomes yours. You hear again, this was another piece of art in a magazine. And cut it out. You turn it upside down, you put it on somebody's head. Maybe it's going to be growing out of her head. I don't know yet, possibly. I just don't know. And I love these pattern things. This will be some fussy cutting that I will want to do because I love these baubles. Definitely something that may be emerging from somebody's head. Kind of looks like brains. This too. Again, fussy cutting, but it's very elegant and it's a light fixture, I believe. It becomes your own when you put it into a collage. This is another thing I love, and I think this also was a painting. I think I got this from a realtor magazine of some sort, but this is what I go for, and this always makes me happy. Maybe a very small, well, not very small, but maybe a background. Remember my body? Something like that. Contrast may be a little difficult because heavily designed, both the body and the background, but that's a possibility. Who knows? That's when you can play with things, juxtapose, and have a great time. She's definitely a focal point. She's secondary in this image, and that's something you want to think about. She could be a focal point, this blurry image, but that's the things we can learn from looking at magazine ads. How is the composition set up? And then you just take that home, you let that marinate, and you come up with your own collage designs. That's how we learn ultimately, by doing and by looking. Got some more wonderful patterns here. I love patterns. When I see stuff like this has so many possibilities. These little bits of red can be in a separate collage. This definitely could be the eye of a focal point, and the bamboo background. Absolutely this. I would so use these in a collage. And I think I cut this out because I liked this table. Now, I'm not going to be able to do both. I'm willing to, I want these more. So that's kind of where I'm headed. Oh, look, here's a bigger piece. I think this was the layout. Here we go. It was a layout. But I can use it, and it could make for a very interesting collage. Maybe going back here, that might look interesting. I don't know. But this is why you want to collect as much ephemera as you can, because you give yourself plenty of room to play. And we want to play and have a good time. So I love this background. I even love this light fixture. I love pulling out light fixtures and using them as images. And we are done. We've gone through all of our ephemera. Oh, here's some more. Not quite. This was a purse in a magazine. So kind of like our couch, the purse can act as a background. Maybe I keep going back to that bodysuit. I really like this bodysuit. It's really cool. This could be a very small collage with a lot of interest. You know what? Okay, here I go. I wasn't even considering this, but we got this bobblehead maybe thing going on. Kind of creepy, kind of cool. I'm going to put these off to the side. So, this was a dress. I just love the color of the dress. Here's the arm. I just cut off the poor model's head, but you can turn it upside down and then that becomes something. You just want to play. Give yourself permission to play as much as you can when you are doing collage. So I say, let's go out and play.